5 nuts that supercharge testosterone, 2 that kill it. Hello, my friends. I'm Dr. Lauren Mitchell, and welcome to Strong at 70, your go-to channel for practical science-backed advice to help you live with energy confidence and strength well into your later years. Today, we're diving straight into a topic that can transform how you feel every single day: the foods you eat, specifically the nuts you snack on. As a doctor with over 20 years of experience helping patients reclaim their vitality, I've seen firsthand how small changes in your diet can make a big difference. You might be wondering why some men in their 60s, 70s, and beyond still feel vibrant, strong, and full of life, while others quietly struggle with low energy, fading confidence, or even challenges in the bedroom. The truth is, it's not just age, it's what you put into your body. The right foods can fuel your blood flow, protect your nerves, and support your hormones, while the wrong ones can slowly drain your strength without you even realizing it. In this video, I'm going to share the 5 nuts I recommend to my patients to boost energy, stamina, and performance. Yes, including those strong morning moments that make you feel like yourself again. I'll also warn you about 2 nuts that might be sabotaging your health, including one you probably eat every day without knowing the harm it's doing. By the end, you'll know exactly which nuts to reach for and which to avoid to feel stronger, sharper, and more confident. If you want to keep learning simple, practical ways to stay healthy and strong, please hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell for Strong at 70. Let's make sure you never miss a tip that could change your life. Now, let's get started. Part 1. Why nuts matter for your health after 60. As we age, our bodies rely on 3 systems to keep us feeling strong and vibrant: blood flow, nerve health, and hormones like testosterone. These are like the gears in a well-oiled machine. When they work together, you feel energized, confident, and ready for anything. Whether it's a morning walk, a romantic moment, or just tackling your day with a clear mind. But if one gear slips, the whole system can start to stall. Nuts might seem like a small part of your diet, but they're packed with nutrients that act like fuel for these gears. For example, omega-3 fatty acids keep your arteries flexible so blood can flow freely to where you need it most. Arginine, an amino acid found in some nuts, turns into nitric oxide, which is like a master switch that opens your blood vessels wide for better circulation. Zinc supports testosterone production, the hormone that drives energy, desire, and confidence. And antioxidants protect your nerves, keeping sensations sharp and pleasurable. I've had patients in their 60s and 70s come to me feeling frustrated, thinking their best days were behind them. But after making small changes, like swapping out unhealthy snacks for the right nuts, they've come back weeks later amazed at how much better they feel. Stronger, erections, more energy, even a brighter mood. This isn't magic. It's your body responding to the right fuel. But here's the catch. Not all nuts are created equal. Some are like superheroes for your health, while others can quietly cause problems, raising inflammation, clogging arteries, or throwing your hormones out of balance. Today, we're going to separate the helpers from the saboteurs so you can make choices that light up your vitality instead of dimming it. Let's start with the first nut I recommend to almost every patient: walnuts. Part 2. The 5 nuts that boost your vitality. 1. Walnuts, the blood flow booster. Let's talk about walnuts first. They might look wrinkled and ordinary, but don't let their appearance fool you. These are one of the most powerful nuts for men's health. Walnuts are packed with omega-3 fatty acids and arginine 2 nutrients that work together like a dynamic duo to improve blood flow. Here's how it works. Arginine in walnuts gets converted into nitric oxide in your body. Nitric oxide is like a key that unlocks your blood vessels, allowing them to relax and let blood rush into the tissues that need it, like the ones responsible for strong, lasting erections. Without enough nitric oxide, firmness can fade. But with it, it's like flipping a light switch. Things start working again. I had a patient, John, in his late 60s, who came to me saying, "Dr. Mitchell, I thought my mornings were over. He was tired, lacked energy, and felt embarrassed about his performance." I suggested he add a small handful of walnuts, about a quarter of a cup each day. He sprinkled them on his oatmeal, tossed them into salads, or just ate them as a snack. 3 weeks later, he came back with a big smile, saying, "Doc, I feel like I'm 50 again." His morning erections were back and he had more energy to enjoy his days. Walnuts don't stop at blood flow. They're also rich in vitamin E and polyphenols, which act like shields for your nerves. Healthy nerves mean better sensitivity, stronger arousal, and more intense climaxes. Plus, the healthy fats in walnuts support testosterone balance, which gives you more than just bedroom benefits. It boosts your mood confidence and overall energy. You don't need to eat a ton of walnuts to see results. Just a quarter cup a day, about 10 to 12 halves, can make a difference over time. Try adding them to your breakfast, mixing them into yogurt, or keeping a small bag in your car for a quick snack. It's a simple change with powerful results. 2. Almonds, the stress-busting hormone balancer. Next up are almonds. And let me tell you, these are a game changer for keeping your hormones in check. As we get older, stress can sneak up on us, whether it's from work, family, or just the daily grind. Stress produces a hormone called cortisol, and too much cortisol is like a thief that steals your testosterone. Low testosterone means low energy, weak performance, and a mood that feels flat. Almonds are loaded with magnesium and vitamin E, two nutrients that help put the brakes on cortisol. Magnesium acts like a calming switch, helping your body relax and letting testosterone rise naturally. Vitamin E, on the other hand, is an antioxidant that keeps the inner lining of your blood vessels smooth and flexible, which supports better circulation. Together, these nutrients help you feel ready instead of worn out. I remember a patient named Robert who was 64 and always felt on edge. He was snacking on cookies every night, thinking they were a harmless treat. I suggested he swap those cookies for a handful of raw almonds, about 15 to 20 nuts. Within a few weeks, he told me, "Mitchell, I don't just feel calmer, I feel alive again." His energy was up. His mood was steadier, and he even noticed stronger performance in intimate moments. Here's an important tipstick to raw or lightly roasted almonds. The ones coated in sugar or salt can undo the benefits you're trying to gain. Try keeping a small container of almonds at your desk or in your kitchen for an easy, healthy snack. They're satisfying, delicious, and work wonders for your vitality. 3. Pistachios, the nitric oxide powerhouse. Now let's talk about pistachios. These little green nuts are a powerhouse for men's performance. Pistachios are packed with arginine, which, as I mentioned earlier, turns into nitric oxide to open up your blood vessels. This means better blood flow to your heart-brain, and yes, the areas that matter for intimacy. What makes pistachios extra special is that their benefits are backed by science. In a clinical study, men who ate pistachios daily for just 3 weeks saw measurable improvements in erectile function. 3 weeks. That's faster than many medications, and it comes from a natural, tasty snack. Pistachios also help lower LDL, the bad cholesterol that can clog your arteries like sludge in a pipe. Clearer arteries mean better blood flow, not just for your heart, but for every part of your body. One of my patients, Tom, started eating a handful of pistachios every afternoon. He came back saying, "Dr. Mitchell, I'm not just stronger in the bedroom. I feel like I've got more energy all day long." A small handful, about 30 pistachios each day, is enough to start seeing results. They're fun to crack open and make a great mid-afternoon snack. Just make sure you're choosing unsalted ones to keep the benefits pure. 4. Brazil nuts, the testosterone and prostate protector. Next, we have Brazil nuts, and these are like nature's secret weapon. They're the most concentrated source of selenium, a trace mineral that's critical for testosterone production, sperm health, and even protecting your prostate. Without enough selenium, your energy can dip, your desire can fade, and you might start feeling like you're just getting older. The beauty of Brazil nuts is that you don't need many 1 or 2 nuts a day. Give you all the selenium your body needs. I had a patient, David, who was 68 and always felt exhausted. His blood tests showed low testosterone, and he was worried about his prostate health. I suggested he add just 2 Brazil nuts to his evening routine. A month later, his energy was up. His blood work looked better, and he even noticed stronger morning erections. He laughed and said, "Dr. Mitchell, I can't believe 2 little nuts could do this." Here's a crucial warning. Don't overdo it with Brazil nuts. Too much selenium can build up in your body and become toxic. Stick to 1 or 2 nuts a day, ideally in the evening, to support overnight hormone balance. You can chop them up and add them to a salad or just eat them on their own. They're small but mighty, and they're a must for any man over 60. 5. Hazelnuts, the nerve nourisher. Finally, let's talk about hazelnuts. You might think of them as something in chocolate spreads or desserts, but in their natural form, they're a fantastic choice for your health. Hazelnuts are packed with folate, vitamin B9, magnesium, and healthy fats which work together to nourish the nerves that carry signals from your brain to your pelvic region. Think of your nerves as electrical cables. When they're strong, sensations are sharp, arousal feels alive, and climaxes are intense. But when they're weak, everything feels dull. Hazelnuts help keep those cables strong. Plus, the magnesium in hazelnuts lowers cortisol, which, as we've discussed, boosts testosterone and improves your mood. I had a patient, Michael, who was 71 and struggling with stress and fatigue. He was carrying some extra belly fat, which was dragging down his testosterone. I suggested he swap his nightly chips for a handful of hazelnuts, about 15 to 20 nuts. A few weeks later, he told me he felt calmer, more energized, and even started losing some of that belly fat. His confidence was back, and he felt like he was in control again. Hazelnuts are also satisfying without being heavy, making them a great choice if you're trying to manage your weight. Reach for them instead of processed snacks like candy or chips, and you'll be investing in both your health and your vitality. Part 3. The 2 nuts to avoid. Now that we've covered the 5 nuts that can supercharge your health, let's talk about 2 that might be quietly sabotaging you. These are nuts you probably eat often thinking they're harmless, but they could be dragging down your energy, testosterone, and performance. 1. Peanuts, the hidden saboteur. First up is peanuts, one of the most popular snacks out there. But here's the truth I share with my patients. Peanuts aren't even real nuts. They're legumes, and they come with some serious risks. The biggest issue is aflatoxin, a toxin produced by mold that often contaminates peanuts. Your liver has to work hard to detoxify aflatoxin, and when your liver is stressed, it throws your hormones out of balance, including testosterone. Peanuts are also high in omega-6 fatty acids. Now, your body needs some omega-6, but most of us already get way too much from our modern diets. When omega-6 outweighs omega-3, it triggers inflammation, which stiffens your arteries, slows blood flow, and can even irritate your prostate. Inflammation is the enemy of strong erections and overall vitality. I had a patient, Steve, who loved his nightly peanut butter sandwiches. He came to me complaining of fatigue-weak erections and mood swings. We swapped his peanuts for walnuts and almonds, and within a few weeks, he was feeling more energized and confident. It wasn't age, it was his favorite snack working against him. I'm not saying you can never have peanuts. A small handful once in a while won't hurt. But if they're your go-to snack every day, you're likely feeding the very processes that drag you down. Choose walnuts or pistachios instead, and you'll feel the difference, too. Cashews, the sneaky hormone disruptor. The second nut to watch out for is cashews. They're creamy, delicious, and seem so innocent sitting there in every mixed nut jar. But cashews have hidden traps. They contain phytic acid, a compound that binds to essential minerals like zinc and magnesium, making it harder for your body to absorb them. Zinc is critical for testosterone production, and magnesium helps your blood vessels relax. Without enough of these, your performance and energy take a hit. Cashews are also higher in carbohydrates than most other nuts, which can spike your blood sugar. When your blood sugar spikes, insulin rises, and chronically high insulin does two bad things. It lowers testosterone and promotes belly fat. Both are enemies of vitality. I had a patient, James, who snacked on cashews every evening while watching TV. He was gaining belly fat and feeling less motivated. We replaced his cashews with hazelnuts and Brazil nuts, and almost immediately he started losing weight and feeling more like himself. It wasn't about eating less, it was about eating smarter, like peanuts. Cashews are fine in small amounts, but they shouldn't be your daily go-to. Stick to the 5 nuts we've talked about, and you'll be giving your body the support it needs to stay strong. Part 4. Putting it all together for a stronger you. So here's the big picture I want you to take away today. 5. Nuts, walnuts, almonds, pistachios. Brazil nuts and hazelnuts are like your silent allies working behind the scenes to boost your blood flow, protect your nerves, and balance your hormones. They're simple, natural, and powerful tools to help you feel energized, confident, and strong, even after 60 or 70. On the flip side, peanuts and cashews might seem harmless, but over time, they can chip away at the systems that keep you vibrant. By making small, smart swaps, choosing walnuts over peanuts or almonds over cashews, you can set yourself up for better health and performance. I've seen this work time and time again with my patients. Age is not the end of your vitality. Your body still has the power to recover and thrive as long as you give it the right fuel. Every time you reach for a handful of the right nuts, you're making an investment in your energy, your confidence, and your life. Call to action. Join the Strong at 70 community. If you've found this information helpful, I want you to take action right now. Save this video so you can come back to it whenever you need a reminder. And please hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell for Strong at 70. Every week, I share practical science-backed tips to help you live with strength and confidence. And I don't want you to miss a single one. Also, share this video with a friend or family member who might be struggling, but too embarrassed to talk about it. You could be the one to help them feel like themselves again. And let me know in the comments, Which of these nuts do you already eat, and which one are you going to add to your routine? Starting today, I'd love to hear from you. Your journey to better health doesn't happen overnight, but it starts with one small choice. I'm here to guide you every step of the way, so let's keep learning and growing together. Stay strong, my friends, and I'll see you in the next video on Strong at 70.